Hey guys, welcome back. This week I'm going to take a look at a gun that I've actually reviewed before, although in a lower grade and a few years back now. I've got an Invictus 5, Invictus Ascent 5 that came in used the other day, and I thought, aha, I've not touched a Caesar Guerini for a while. Let's take it out for a look. Now, if you remember, I really liked the Invictus way back several years ago now when I reviewed it, but that was the Invictus 1. This is the Invictus 5. The Invictus 5 benefits from obviously nicer wood. You get some more sort of detailed engraving, side plates, and to be honest, that's about it. There are several grades of the Invictus now as time's gone on. The Invictus 1 has the sort of basic engraving pattern. The 3 is available in silver and case hardened with kind of gold medallions in it. The 5 is this particular gun, and then there's a 7, and I think there's even sort of higher grades. There are fixed choke guns, multi-choke guns, a high pheasant. There's a fair plethora of Invictus models to choose from, but they're all based on the same chassis with the same internals, the same lockup, and the same sort of system with the replaceable trunnions. This gun has done a few thou for sure. It's a little bit kind of, I wouldn't say it's leggy, but you can tell that it's been used. But internally, having a look at the trunnions and the moving parts, everything looks spot on. There's no issues with functionality. I had a bit of a sticky ejector, chucked a bit of oil in it, no longer a sticky ejector. Absolutely fine. No mechanical problems with the gun at all. There's definitely been some improvements. If you recall, when I originally reviewed the gun, I pretty much hated the barrel selector because it kept choosing its own barrel. That has never happened. I've put at least 500 through this since I got it, and yeah, I've never had an issue with the barrel selector. The safety's been dead solid. Trigger pull's great. It is, I believe, a mechanical trigger. Trigger pulls are decent. There's nothing to speak of against this gun in terms of mechanical function. There is, I think, this gun, in terms of the Caesar Guerini lineup, sits head and shoulders above everything else that they do. The Invictus would be my go-to if anybody was going to get a Caesar Guerini, I would advise the Invictus in whatever grade you can afford. These things mechanically are superb. 10-year mechanical warranty, and from what I gather, certainly in the UK, they are excellent at standing behind their warranty on their products. So no issues there. The price has changed somewhat since then. I think one of these runs about 6k now, RRP. This one's used. I'm not sure what it's on the wall for at the moment. Let's do the oily bits. We've got 32-inch 18.6 board barrels with the Ascent rib, which is the sort of ramped high rib. It is a 11 to, I would say, a 7mm taper, silver mid bead, white front bead. The multi-chokes are the external multi-chokes that you get, and you get about, I don't know, about 15 in the box. There's stacks of chokes. It does still have the crap choke key that I don't like, but it is what it is. The patterns from these are excellent. I think they're pretty well renowned for having a really good patterning choke. Ventilated mid-rib. We have a tram line on the top rib as well. The fore end is more or less the same. In terms of the shape from my previous review, it is a beaver tail with a very sort of positive finger choil. Doesn't feel quite as sharp as the last time I tried it. Definitely an improvement. The button for taking the fore end off is on the front as opposed to halfway down. I have to say, not a huge fan of that because I wrap my finger around the front of there, but your mileage may vary. The lockup, nothing's changed. It's a really solid system. You get the two bearing surfaces that allow the gun to lock up, effectively the trunnions, and then there's a plate in the floor of the action, are replaceable and can be removed if they wear out. But this gun has seen some wear, and looking at it, there's no need. There's not going to be any need any time in the near future to replace those parts. As I said, trigger adjustable inertia unit. Absolutely smashing, or 2 3/4 chamber on this gun. Coming back into the pistol grip, it is a nice shape. It's got a good palm swell to it. Very, very positive. I mean, this is a clay gun, up, down, left, right, and sideways. This is a 9-pound heavy lumper of a clay gun. Make no mistake. This is not a game gun. It's not a crossover. We've got an adjustable comb. with obviously cast and comb height you can change, and then the Guerini recoil pad, which does a grand job. We've got teardrops in the laser engraved woodwork, all very tidy. The engraving, do you know what, this is probably my biggest gripe with Caesars, is I'm just not a fan of the engraving. There's no like kind of soul to it. It's obviously been done on laser. I've been to the factory I've been to the studio, Bottega Giovanelli, where these are done, and yeah, it just, I don't know, it just feels a little soulless. This is my personal opinion. It is not, by any stretch of the imagination, universally bad. I mean, there's a pheasant's head on the top lever there, which looks really well done. It's just a little bit cold, a little bit mechanical in terms of execution. It's kind of perfect. There's no finishing cuts in it, which I just feel like it would benefit from that. The wood is, well, exactly as you'd expect, to be honest. On a gun of this grade, it looks pretty decent, with a good quality finish. To be honest, as I said, this gun's done some mileage, and the wood still looks pretty well. Shootability, well, exactly as you'd expect. £9 clay gun, no perceptible recoil, excellent patterns. The balance is pretty damn good. It handles very much as you'd expect for a gun of its type. Yeah, nothing again to complain about. It is every bit the gun it was, just in a nicer dress in this particular in this particular case. As I said, they've fettled a couple of the minor mechanical gripes that I had with the original. So it is what it is. As I said, prices have gone up. 6k for this grade 5, although obviously the grade 1 is significantly cheaper. But I still think these are a good buy if you are looking for a clay gun, and certainly there's plenty of shooters out there that will agree with me. Guys, not much else to say about this. The Invictus 5 is a bit of a tool as a clay gun. If you want something with bonnier engraving, I think my personal favourite out of the lineup is probably the Invictus 3, especially the colour case hardened one. I just think that one stands out as being kind of the bonniest one of the lot. Other than that, not much to say. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. The channel is, as ever, supported by Bywell Shooting Ground, Hull Cartridge and Mac Wet Gloves. Please follow me on the socials, like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.